Paul, thoughts of the press conference right now, the first time you got to see him since the slap. What are your thoughts on today's press conference?
Nothing, it's a typical press conference. We're fighting next month. So, I didn't expect anything friendly. I didn't expect, what do you expect? You're promoting a fight. We don't like each other. And that's what you get out of it.
How do you prepare for something like this? This is your first bare knuckle fight as far as
prepare with what you have, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not the end of the world. You know what I'm saying? Like I have been a very good fighter my whole career, and that's what I'm going to keep being in this too. Actually, this is a lot easier for me because as you get older, the rounds get going a lot of rounds is actually harder on your legs. But this is a short burst of a fight, so even at an extended age, if you still your legs. It doesn't last long enough for your legs to kind of start feeling it. You know what I'm saying? So I'll have all the skill set and all the sharpness that I usually have, but I won't have to worry about going into the late deep rounds where you have to question your ability to have your legs still under you when you get to 10, 11, 12, like you do at the end of your career,
Well, are we going to see you how do you feel going? Because you haven't fought in a while,
I feel good, once I started training and I started putting punches together and everything, I feel good. We're working, we're getting better every day, and I actually, I probably have to pull back a little bit because I feel like I'm getting very sharp and I don't want to peak too early, but we feel good. I think we're good. I think the main thing is keeping healthy, keeping sharp, and making sure we're in the fight at 100% because it's not just about winning for me. I think winning is a foregone conclusion. It's more about making sure I put enough damage on this guy for him to remember it.
What do you respect about him? Is there anything you respect about him as a fighter?
No, I don't respect anything about him.
Is this fight personal?
Intraprendere questa nuova sfida e cosa possiamo aspettarci per il giugno?
She asked me why I have this. I took on this challenge and what can we expect. I think I took on this challenge. I'm always looking for new challenges and I'm always looking for new opportunities. I'm always looking to expand my horizons. I didn't expect it to be fighting, but I think surprise horizons are always good. I think life is full of surprises sometimes, and I think when the way Dave Feldman framed it for me and the way he presented it, obviously money's part of it. It is paying very well. More. When you're making the money I'm making in this fight, you usually feel like it's going to be a tough fight, but I'm making a tough fight worth of money, but for a pretty easy fight, So it was kind of easy.
Is Showtime behind you for this fight? I mean, because you are.
Yeah, my job at Showtime, they're always supportive of everything I do. They've always been supportive of everything I do. Those guys are great. They're my Showtime family. It's not just about my Showtime colleagues and workmates. It's also my Showtime family. So they're behind it 100%. Also, the Showtime schedule is a little slow, so it actually doesn't really interfere with my training very much, and that's been a positive for me as well. Matter of fact, the next time I work a Showtime fight is after the fight, so I have pretty much a free schedule.
How many more fights are we to see with you in the bare knuckle? How many in this deal?
I don't know. I saw as I answered up there. I don't know what it's going to bring. We'll do one at a time and we'll see.
Did you get into this because you were hoping this is the middle ground to get Conor to fight you?
No, I got into this because when he offered me a purse that was usually reserved for a tough fight, and I said, "You're going to offer me that to fight this guy?" I said, "All right, I have to consider it. Let me talk to my team." You know what I'm saying? Because when I first gauged my interest, I'm like, "Nah, man, I don't feel like training. I don't feel like I don't feel like fighting." And he offered me something that I'm like, they're like, okay, you know what? Let me talk to my team and let me discuss it and we'll figure. And then we kind of, we negotiated things a little bit, and here it was, So no, I didn't think about Conor. I live comfortably, but it's nice to have more money. There's no such thing as extra money. And also, it's always nice to fill up your liquid because I'm always a guy that invests a lot. So I'm never, I try not to hold a lot of liquid because I spend.
Right.
So it's nice to re-up your liquid as well, and this gives me a good amount of liquid, which I probably may invest again and again and again. And that's my problem. I don't like to burn my money partying. I like to party, but I mainly invest and do stuff. So in order to re-up that liquid, I was like, you know what? This is a good amount of money you're offering me for a fight that's not so tough. Pretty short, and when I consider the possibilities compared to what I've had to do to make the possibility of this much money again, I say, let's discuss and go for it.
What do you think the chances of Conor McGregor coming into this bare knuckle fighting?
I don't think there's a lot of chance of it, and more so I don't care. Like I said, at the end of the day, Conor made it personal. I didn't make it personal, but at the end of the day, any kind of man that gets constantly insulted will want to do something about it. Conor couldn't kick my ass, so what he did was he changed the video around on me because he couldn't sleep at night after what I did to him in the gym. He couldn't sleep. I'm telling you, that guy's got a lot of pride, but when it comes to showing it and putting your balls on the table, all of a sudden he forgets about his pride. He actually told Khabib it's only business while he's getting his ass kicked. Like, that's cringe to me. That's cringe. I could never, as I'm getting my ass kicked, tell you anything but fuck you, even while I'm bleeding in front of you. You know what I'm saying? Like to me, that's cringe. Like that you have no balls to the point that you could even think to do that. That you could even think to do that. You know? So at day's end, I think when the ass kicking he took in the gym was over, and he went back home and he was sleeping on his bed that one night, 2 nights, and he couldn't deal with the fact that it wasn't just what I did to him, because I could have done a lot worse. I just wasn't in shape. It was all the things I told him as I was doing it. You know, I was very degrading to him, and I think he couldn't sleep at night, and he had to figure out a way to say, you know what, let me one-up him. I have to one-up him, you know. And so he put out a picture, then he put out a copy of a video. Think about it, in 7-8 seconds that he has, you can take any Mayweather fight and make him look like he lost. You can take 7-8 seconds of any 12-round fight. Think about it. Think about any 12-round fight, even one-sided fights. Even one-sided fights. If you take 7-8 seconds of any of them, you know, even the supposed knockdown, why doesn't it pan out so you see me go off balance? Why does it zoom in at the last minute? You see from far away where he's in the way, and then the turnaround camera, you see it zoomed in very close. So you don't see the pan out where I'm going off balance. You know what I'm saying? Or how he's dragging me from behind my neck. So again, they did it very well, but the fact that he couldn't live with himself after that day, like he was for sure thinking, I got him out of shape, I'm gonna make him go 12 and I'm gonna stop him. And when he couldn't do it and it backfired on him, his pride was hurt, and I felt bad. His pride was hurt, you know? Then on fight week, I told him he has no balls right to his face, and he couldn't even get himself to do anything about it. Like, you see how I smacked the shit out of his boy last month? Like, at least throw a smack. Like, if I get in your face and tell you have no balls, how do you not smack me? You know what I'm saying? Like, the fear is in his eyes. He doesn't want to get anywhere near the ring with me, and that's fine. That's fine. I didn't do this for Conor McGregor. But I do have a dislike for that whole team. I do have a dislike for the way they handled it. Very unprofessional, very childlike. And I really didn't think any of this would present itself. So it's like, I get one of the bums of the team, and I get to do what I want with them. And they pay me pretty well. Let's go for it.
That's what pushed you at the end? That's what pushed you at